I even met my girlfriend from a dating app, Bumble, but one night I was at a gay bar and a guy showed me the gay dating app, Grindr, and he was like, all right, this is a little bit different than what you're used to. Like they have emojis that are specific to that app. Like if you want to know if a guy is a top or a bottom, he can send you an emoji of a bunk bed with a guy sleeping on the top or bottom bunk. It's genius. It's like, hey, Apple, step up your emoji game. And then when I was talking to women on Tinder and Bumble, I would always hear like, they get sent unsolicited pics of dicks from assholes. But on Grindr, you get sent unsolicited pics of dicks and assholes. So, way different than what I'm used to. Now before like the stigma of online dating was pretty much gone, my friends and I would meet women at bars. And when you and your friends are in your mid-20s, after a night at the bar, your after party might have a 60-year-old woman at it because one of your friends thought her brand new BMW was sweet and wanted a joyride. Now this grandma, she might tell you that she got crabs from a bowling alley toilet seat, probably this one. She might tell you that the best way that her late husband had an orgasm was to put a vibrator on his shaft while he finished. And she might also suck your friend's toes while you're all still in the room and then sleep with him later that night. Now, of course, your friend's gonna try to deny that anything happened, but the best way to prove your case is to point out that he's naked and his clothes are cleaned, ironed, and folded. But every once in a while, she'll actually surprise me and cater to my dark humor. Like the other day, I was driving us to dinner, and we were at a stop sign, waiting for this good-looking couple to cross the street. And now when I say good-looking, like, I mean good-looking. Like, they were too hot for Grand Rapids. Definitely too hot for this room. And, like, if they were so good-looking that if they had asked me to join them in the bedroom, yes, I'd be excited about her. But after a couple drinks, that would definitely be the night that I'd be vicarious. You know, like guys play this game with their friends called Who Would You Go Gay For? And the typical answer is the hottest celebrity you can think of, like Ryan Gosling or Chris Hemsworth. But for me, it would just have to be some random guy I saw downtown Grand Rapids once. But yeah, where was I? Back on track. So my girlfriend, one of the nicest people I've ever met, will sometimes surprise me and cater to my dark humor. So, as we're at that stop sign waiting for that good-looking couple to cross the street, she turns to me with a deadpan look on her face and says, "They look too happy. Hit them." And so I did, and they never got to experience this soft-serve dick. All right, thank you guys. I'm back, Blaze.
Homophobia is a pretty big deal in the black community. Like a lot of black people just like don't like talking about like homosexuality and stuff. They don't understand it. And I got in a heated debate with my friend the other day. He's a black guy, not gonna say his name, that's rude. But I'm talking to James, and he's he says, "Hey man, you ever like when like a girl be eating your ass?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, hell yeah, man." And then he's like, "Oh, so you gay then?" I was like, "Wait, what?" So you asked me if I like when a girl eats my ass. And then you accuse me of being gay. He's like, "Yeah, man, that's gay as fuck." I'm like, I don't you know what gay means. But if a woman performing a sexual act on a man, that is heterosexuality. That's what it is. It's heterosexual sex. It's like, all right. So you saying you would let a dude fuck you in the ass? What? No. You don't understand what I'm saying right I just got out the shower, right? And I'm feeling real clean and nice. The lady wants to do me a favor and act like she just came back from Costco. Eating groceries, Joe. Come on, come on. The young people will get it. There's no punchline to that joke. I just wanted to tell that story to you guys. Did you like that? Did you like the joke with no ending? It's fun, right? You're like, where's it gonna go? Nowhere. How's your night going? You doing good?
Yeah.
That's how old are you? 20? Oh, all right. Let's stop talking to you now. It's weird talking to people. I was talking to a girl on stage one time, and she was an attractive person, and I was telling jokes and stuff. I started talking to her, and then we got done talking, and some old man walked in, really old man walked in. And then I was still talking to the girl, and I made a reference about how she's attractive, and the old man says, hey, that's my granddaughter. I said, oh, well, sorry, man, I'm just giving her a compliment. I think she's very attractive, that's all I'm saying. You might want to shut your mouth, or else. I was like, really, little old man, or else what? And then he says, I'll take this Magnum 357 in my back pocket and point it at your face. It's like, fuck, that is scary shit. But I'm also a very talented comedian. So what I said back to him was, you point that at me, and I'll use a Magnum on your granddaughter later. Come on! God damn! Too good at this! So I got shot that night, it was crazy. Yeah, don't say that to guys like that. People say weird shit to me when I'm on stage, man. I say the N-word sometimes on stage. I say the N-word sometimes. It's true. It happens every now and then. And like my long headliner show, I do like 45-minute sets. I say the N-word 3 times. Say it 3 times. I know I say it 3 times. I don't use that word in everyday language, but I do use it on stage to either like prove a point or be a punchline or something like that. And whenever I say it, 99% of the time, nobody gets mad about it. But 1% of the time, somebody does get mad about it. And 100% of that time is always a white woman, every single time. I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll be like doing a show and I'll say the N-word all of a sudden out here, hey, you can't say that. And I'm like, no, you can't say that. So what the fuck I want up here? It doesn't make sense to me, man. That word doesn't affect her directly. Why does it make her so upset? I don't get it. I don't get mad by things that don't directly affect me. Like, I wouldn't be mad if somebody ran the room and called that woman a cunt. I wouldn't be pissed about that. I told that joke in Kalamazoo, Michigan one time. You guys been to this lovely place? I told that joke in Kalamazoo and the woman got really pissed off about it. She yells at me on stage. She says, hey! Cunt is worse than the N-word. I was like, well, let's think about that sentence for just a second. You said the word cunt, and then you said the N-word. Which means that even to you, subconsciously, one word is worse than the other one. She says, I mean, I get what you're saying, but that word offends me personally. So, okay, well, I can understand that, I can get behind that idea, but historically, one word is definitely worse than the other word. It's not really up for debate, I feel like. And then she says, but it makes me angry, so I don't like for you to say it. It's like, okay, cool, let's break this down for a second and figure out which word is actually worse. Have you ever been like at your house late at night and you're in bed and then you're startled awake by an orange glow coming from outside your window? So you run to find out what it is, you throw open the curtains and you just see the word cunt burning on your front lawn. Is that happened to you? She says, no. I was like, okay, have you ever got a phone call, like a frantic family member, and they say, come here quick, you've got to see this, and you go there, and you're horrified with the sight of a bunch of cunts swinging from trees. Has that ever happened to you? She says, listen, I get what you're trying to say, funny man. But if you look it up in the dictionary, the word nigger means ignorant person. I'm like, oh, you're right, nigger, shut up, goddamn. Good ass joke, right? It's too good up here. People say shit to me, man. It's weird. I don't know why. People like to talk to me. I don't know why. Do you have an approachable face? Would you like to talk to me? You see me in the street, like, that guy looks like he wants to talk. No? All right. You know fucking help, Jesus. I don't know, man. I want to do my life. I'm 33 years old. You guys, you know that? 33, I'm wearing pink hoodies. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know who I am anymore, man. I'm thinking about what I want to do with my life. That's what I'm thinking about. I want to leave a legacy. when I die. That's what I want. I want to have a name that's going to be remembered through the annals of time forever. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that just doing comedy. It's not how I'm going to do that. No, I got to do something drastic. So I figured out what I'm going to do to leave my name in the history books. I am going to solve police brutality. Thank you. No one ever claps for that. You know when people clap for that? When I do black rooms, that's when people clap. It's true, I'm going to solve police brutality. It's a very simple thing to solve if you think about it. First of all, you got to get to the root of the problem, right? The problem isn't all cops are bad. That's not true. There's just some bad officers. Our problem with police brutality is that the bad officers aren't being brought to justice. And the reason they're not being brought to justice is because when a cop kills an unarmed black person somewhere in America, it's some person no one's ever heard of from some city no one's ever been to. So there isn't enough public outrage for there to be justice. What I'm saying is, if we want to end police brutality, the police got to step their game up and they got to kill Morgan Freeman, you guys. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That reaction is exactly why, you guys. Because everybody loves Morgan Freeman. Young, old, black, white man, woman. You love Morgan Freeman, and if he were killed by the police, there'd be justice later that evening. It'd be instant. He'd be in jail. And you know, as he lay on the ground dying, he'd say something really poetic that'll make it even worse that he just got shot. Cops would be like, put your hands in the air. Put them up. As I lay here breathing my last breath, I think to myself, I wonder if the birds will sing in the morning.
All right, well, let's just get right into it. My name's Alex. I'm 24 years old. I'm Catholic. I was raised Irish Catholic. Anybody else in here raised guilty? A couple of us, all right. Represent, man. Hail Mary. That's cool. I come from a very typical Irish Catholic family. That just means everybody in my family is very funny and mentally ill. But I love that about my family, man. It makes for a lot of interesting family interactions. Like, unfortunately, my grandma's passing away, but we're a close family. We're talking to Grandma. We're like, hey, Grandma, what do you want to have happen? You want to be buried or cremated? She's like, I want to be buried in one of those new tree urns I saw on the internet so that my ashes will become a tree. And my grandpa was like, if you do that, I'll hang myself on that tree and commit suicide so that we can be together forever. Yeah, pretty romantic, yeah. And then being a good Catholic, my father chimes in. He's like, yeah, Pops, it's such a good idea because if you do that, you'll go to hell. My grandpa was like, that's how we'll be together forever. So, yeah, fun family. I like them. They're pretty cool. I'm not very religious now that I'm getting older, but something that I always do is when someone sneezes, I always say to them, bless you. I don't say gesundheit, I say bless you. And recently somebody told me that when you sneeze, it's like 1/10 of an orgasm. And I can't get that out of my head, so anytime a woman orgasms, I always say to her, bless you. And it's a silly thing to do because the women can't hear me through the video I'm masturbating to. It's just embarrassing. I'm just jerking off watching amateur women's wrestling. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've always been like a very serious guy in relationships. Like ever since I was like 15, I'd get in a relationship. I'd be like, we're getting married. This is awesome. And I'm 24, and after my last serious relationship, I was like, you know what, like, I'm just going to take things casually, you know, just like, kind of be a hussy, you know, like, I've never done that before in my life. So I'm starting to realize the differences between being in a sexual relationship with someone you're serious with and a sexual relationship with somebody casually. Like, I recently had casual sex with this girl, and after we had sex, I noticed I had a back pimple on my back, and I couldn't reach it, and it was hurting me. You know, we just slept together, so I asked this young lady, I was like, hey, do you mind popping this back pimple for me? It hurts, I can't reach it. She goes, whoa, hey, I don't have a problem doing that, but that seems pretty intimate. What, are you trying to get me to be your girlfriend? Is that what you're trying to do, huh? And I was like, no, but your finger was just in my butthole like 5 minutes ago, so are you trying to be my doctor? Is that what you're trying to do? And she goes, no, I'm trying to be your priest. And I said, oh, I don't appreciate that. That's gone too far. That's crossing the line. We just had sex. I just told her, get out. Get out of my car. Find a new Uber driver. You know? Like, oh. How many people here are dating? Oh, you're all fucking brothers and sisters? That's what's going on here? I don't believe it for a second, Wyoming. I said, well, how many couples are in the audience? These two dudes with no other ladies next to them fucking clapping. You guys, I'm gonna start calling people out if people aren't being honest with me. Boom. Are you guys brother and sister? You guys dating? What's the situation? You guys are married, okay. How long have you guys been married? Not even a year yet? Okay, how does it feel? Is it?
It's still good, yeah.
It's still good? He doesn't seem to think so. He's like, fucking, maybe, I don't know, could be. That's cool. What's your guys' favorite position? Is that too personal? Eddie? Wow, this guy's had sex in months. Holy shit. I fuck my bellow right now, man. Any position will do at this point, my man. That's cool. I've been trying to date, you know, I want to be in love, it seems nice, you know, but it's difficult for me, you know, I'm a big guy, you know, like I'm 6'2", 200 pounds as far as you're concerned, and because of my big stature, women will often think I'm like a protector, like I'll protect you, but I won't. I'm scared of people too, okay? Like last time I was dating this girl right by some woods and it was dark outside, we could like hear something in the woods, we know if it was rapist, animal, I don't know. But all of a sudden she gets really scared and she goes, wow, I'm really glad that my boyfriend who's an MMA fighter is out here with me. I was like, what the hell are you doing right now, lady? She's like, well, somebody's in there, they want to hurt me or assault me. They're not going to now because they think you're an MMA fighter. I'm like, they look at the trees, they're gonna know I'm not an MMA fighter pretty quick. She's like, you're right, which hurt. And then she yells out, and his gun is huge! Throws that out there. Now, I don't have a gun, but let's good. Let's keep the bad guy away at any cost. I want to help out too, so I yell out, wow, it really sucks that my girlfriend smells like cheese. She was like, what the hell is that? I said, well, I'm thinking, you know, maybe he thinks you smell bad, you'll be less desirable. You want to hurt or assault? She got really mad at me. She's like, it doesn't work that way. If a man is in there wanting to hurt a woman, smelling like cheese is going to stop from doing anything. So I was like, okay. And I was like, and her dick is huge! And, we broke up. It didn't work out. Let's see. How many people are sexually active? How many sexually active adults do we have in the... Jesus Christ. You guys need to take some blue pills in this motherfucker. That's the weakest. Yeah. I feel pretty confident in the bedroom, you know, with my skills. The only thing that I'm not very confident with, and I'll be open and vulnerable with you guys, is that when it comes to like oral pleasures, like going down there, to be honest with you guys, I don't know what the hell I'm doing down there. Every time I go in between a woman's legs, I feel like I'm an astronaut all of a sudden, and I'm just in this space show and just hurtling towards the earth, and I'm just in the cockpit just like hitting any button that I possibly can, just like trying to make anything work. And eventually she'll be like, ooh, that felt good. I'm like, what the fuck did I just hit? What the hell was that? That happens a lot. I was recently seeing this girl, and she was like really into like dirty talk. She was like a dirty talker, and I'd like never really experienced that before. It was great, like out of nowhere, all of a sudden she'd be like, this is what I want to do to you. I want to get on my knees, and I want to blow you. Then I want you to turn me around and stick it in me. Then when you're ready to come, I want you to pull it out and blow it all over my back. As it's going down the side of my body, I'm going to scoop it up and lick it. She'd be like, what do you want to do to me? I was like, marry, you want to marry? You kidding me? I came twice since you've been talking. And that's an embarrassing thing to admit at this Applebee's right now, so. Believe it or not, I did not go to college. Any other winners? No college? Fuck you guys. How many high school graduates do we have in the audience? Any high school graduates? Yeah, my people! I actually liked high school. The only thing I did not like about high school was geometry. It's not because I thought geometry was too hard or too difficult. I just thought the story problems they asked were so unrealistic and boring. I had no desire to find out what the answer was. Do you guys remember the questions they would ask in geometry? They'd be like, Timmy's walking in a forest, and Timmy realizes he's 10 feet away from the base of a tree. If the tree's 180 feet tall and Timmy's 6 feet tall, help Timmy find the distance at the top of his head to the tip of the tree. Why? Why in the hell is Timmy in the forest by himself solving math problems? Fuck Timmy. I don't want to help him out, quite frankly. What a loser, you know? If they just would have made the story problems a little more interesting and realistic, I probably would have done a better job in geometry if they were like, Timmy's having sex with a beautiful woman. I'm in. What's going on, Timmy? How can I help you today, buddy? Timmy's just about ready to climax, and all of a sudden, the girl's marine boyfriend walks into the apartment. Now, if Timmy's pants are 3 feet away from the bed, and the window's 9 feet away, and Timmy parked his car 180 feet from the window, help Timmy find out he has enough time to bust his nut before he gets his ass beat. I'll be all over it, baby. You kidding me? Class participation with the boners like, we use a quadratic formula to solve this. All right, guys, I gotta get out of my time. Before I go, if you do want to vote for me, last week this lady was like, I loved your set so much. I voted for you. I'd vote for you twice if I could, Tony. And I was like, my name's Alex. So it is Alex Eakin if you want to vote for me. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night.
I have to admit, I'm a little nervous. This is my first comedy contest, so just kind of bear with me because I kind of know exactly what you're thinking. It's like, oh, you know, oh look, an old lady. Yeah. If we wanted to talk to Grandma, we'd go home and call her on her landline, wouldn't we? Maybe send her an email on her AOL account. Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck you. Comics you've seen up here tonight, and I look out and I see all you sweet young things out there, and I'm thinking, really, I'm no different from you. In fact, just like you, I still have a little visitor every month too. Except I actually look forward to mine. It's called a Social Security check. Yeah, I'm still even on the pill, but I take mine to prevent unwanted heart attacks. Look, I bet I'm old. I'm also a widow. Don't worry, I was acquitted, so not that concerned. But I found the world has a very difficult time dealing with widows. I went out to buy a new car recently, and the car salesman said to me, ooh, can I interest you in this little 4-door sedan? I said, well, actually, I'd like to look at that little red convertible over there. And he said, oh, will the mister be joining us? I said, only if you brought a shovel. But I admit I miss having a man in my life, so I asked a young friend, you know, where do you go nowadays to find a man? And she said, oh, whatever you do, don't go to bars. All they are meat markets, just meat markets. I said, really? I said, because right now my life consists of vegan potlucks, and half the people there are lactose intolerant. I may try the meat market. But seriously, where does a woman my age go to find a man? I tried nursing homes, but I found the families got a little prickly when they came in and found a strange woman sitting next to the old guy's bedside fondling his wallet. I mean, his hand. Then it occurred to me, I know a place where there are thousands of men that would find me hot. But prisons have such strict rules that doesn't go in the world. So what was left? Yes, even at my advanced age, that vast black hole in the cyber universe, where the last shred of your self-esteem goes to commit suicide, online dating. So I go online and it says, post a picture and a profile. So I sorted through all of my naked selfies. Yeah, you laugh, I don't have nearly as many as I used to have. Apparently Siri turned me into the FBI. Storing senior porn in the cloud. Who knew? It was against picture with my clothes on, and then it said to post a profile, and to be honest in the profile. So I wrote, strong, independent woman seeks intelligent man for stimulating conversations, afternoons at the museums, evenings at the theater, gourmet dinners. I had no hits whatsoever. So I thought, well, I'll change that up a little bit. So I wrote, quiet, demure gal, seeks big, strong, take charge, man of the house type guy. I love to cook, I love to clean, I love to swallow, and I love to do laundry. Suddenly I had 100 hits. Who knew all those guys wanted their laundry done? But seriously, if you look at some of the stuff these guys are posting, one guy wrote, lonely gent, just buried my third wife. I thought, well, gee, that makes me want to run right out there and become wife number 4. And the pictures these guys are posting, you have pictures of, 75-year-old men posting pictures of themselves without their shirts on. And I'm thinking, Walter, you're confused. When women talk about abs, they want to see a six-pack, not a keg. Put your shirt back on, Walter. But my young friends say to me, oh, how's the online dating going? Have you gotten a lot of dick pics? The dick pics? I said, oh yeah, everybody's getting dick pics. I said, oh, I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court ruled against that. That was one of the only times Clarence Thomas ever spoke. I said, oh, no, everybody's getting dick pics. I said, dick pics? I can't even get a date with a guy named Dick. The closest I came to a dick pic was an email from a guy named Richard. He was just curious if I was still interested in doing his laundry. But look, dating has changed so much in the 50 years when I was doing it the first time around. Well, actually, you can make that 60, but we won't get picky. I came to kind of adjust to the stuff that all of a sudden, you're sending emails and pictures and you're texting. And actually, I was having a little bit of luck with this. And in fact, there's this one guy, we'd been texting for a while, and we were sitting there texting one night, and he said, before we go any further, there's probably something I should tell you. Something you should know. And I said, oh, well, great. You're the guy with the 3 dead wives, aren't you? And he said, and I have to tell you, this is a true story. Even I couldn't make this up. He said, before we go any further, you should know this. I'm not circumcised. Now, call me old-fashioned, but isn't that something you'd say for, the second date? But I said, oh, okay, well, I don't know what to say to that. And he said, actually, I'd be curious to know your thoughts on male genital mutilation. I said, well, I guess it would all depend on what you did to piss me off. But I believe you with this. I have come to the conclusion that dating at 75 really isn't all that different than dating at 70. For example, at 17, you wonder if he drives a cool car. At 70, you wonder if he can drive at night. At 17, you wonder if he's a bit of a hipster. At 70, you wonder if those are his original hips. At 17, you're very impressed with his 750 SAT score. At 70, you're very impressed with his 750 credit score. And at 17, he's on the bill. You're not. Thank you very much. I'm Kathy Ryan.